and this is my husband, Jordan.
Hey, guys.
And we are thrilled that you are here for this pre-party. So we're not starting. This is just a little chance for us to say hello, let you know what to expect. We might throw out a couple of prizes and let you know what to do before Monday.
My hair looks like a bunch of spiders having a party on my head.
Look that way for a second. No, other way. Sorry. It's opposite on my screen.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're feeling a little bit disheveled. I literally just walked through the door. I've been away for 24 hours with our eldest daughter who just turned 15. We went down to Brisbane to see some cousins that she likes down there. And, she likes all her cousins, which is, in case anyone's listening, the aunties and uncles, she loves you all. But we just went down there to Brisbane, had some time with the local cousins and hit some op shops this morning. And, so anyway, I've just walked back in the door. Jordan's had all the other kids. We've got 5 kids, and it's always a juggle, isn't it? As I'm sure many of you can relate to.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us tonight. We are looking forward to getting started for our final Supercharged Smoothies Bootcamp for the year, and it will be a pause for a little while. We're just going to chill out on this one, as getting in front of people who want this sort of thing is getting more expensive on Facebook and other mediums. So we're just going to chill out for a bit and just, we hope you guys enjoy this session.
Actually, guys, you should really make the most of this boot camp. It feels like I've been saying that the last few times. Like Jordan just touched on, Facebook ads have gone a bit crazy. And we used to get thousands of people into every one of our boot camps. But Facebook's doing some wacko stuff with our ads lately. And so this is a beautifully small, almost like a group coaching experience for you guys. So you're going to have plenty of opportunity to ask us all the questions you want. We've got a support team in Becky and Carly and Laurie, and Becky, Carly and Laurie, who you would have maybe met in the Facebook post or in the Facebook comments already. And they are just superstars. Like, they are so supportive and they know so much about whole foods and the formula for a supercharged smoothie. They live and breathe smoothies themselves, just like we do. And so they're going to be able to just, like, between us all, you guys have us. Like, we throw ourselves into these boot camps because we know how amazing and what's the word? I hate saying life-changing, but in reality, that's what it is. It just sounds so cliche, but that's what people tell us over and over again. And so that's why we love doing this. And we know that if you can embrace the principles that we're going to discuss and talk about during this 10 days, I'm so confident that you're going to feel better, more energized, a more clear mind. My voice is cracking. Better digestion, all those things. Actually, one of the funnest things that happened recently, Jordan was at the warehouse and someone came to pick up some smoothie boosters. And what did they say about their daughters, their teenage daughter?
Of the Moody Daughter.
The Moody Daughter.
Yes, so she had just begun one of our mid-year challenges, and they'd come up, we just got really bright all of a sudden. Anyway, we had a lady rock up to the warehouse with 2 of her daughters. One of her daughters, but the other one that wasn't there had been experiencing quite a few dynamic mood swings, shifts of her psychological momentum.
As teenagers tend to do.
During the past few weeks, due to her exam schedule. And she had done about a week of the challenge and came straight to the warehouse and said, I need these blends. Where are these blends? Because we talk about blends and these supercharged boosters. Anyway, so she came and grabbed some. She had tried some with her daughter who was having exams, and the daughters, within 2 days of having these smoothies, leveled out completely and was, almost a mirror image. Almost a complete opposite of what she was prior to starting the challenge. So she was incredibly thrilled at that, obviously. And so there's so many of those. We have plenty of stories we could share with you, but I wanted to just say that there's probably 1 or 2 reasons why you're here. One being that you use smoothies, you blend in the morning, or you like to blend sometimes, and you just wanted to get some further insights into how to supercharge your smoothies, how to level up in your smoothie game. Or potentially there's another reason, is that you aren't too familiar with the smoothie world and you want to get a good kickstart into understanding how to get the most out of your smoothies. So, either way, we're excited for you guys to be here. If there's any other groups, there's possibly a bunch of people who have done it a few times and just want a refresher, as we get a few people jumping in for that reason.
Repeat smoothie lovers.
And we're always welcome to have everybody, because as you guys will find out over the next 2 weeks, Lainey and I are very passionate about helping people to make monumental changes in their health. Now, this information that we're sharing with people is not new. We aren't holders of any secret insights or anything of that nature, but we have had some great experiences over our whole food journey. And one of them, our most, I guess, exciting is how much nutrition you can pack into a small smoothie, and how such a small amount of time it takes in order to get this nutrition into your body, and how delicious it can be. So the trifecta of goodness.
Yeah.
Because
that's what people complain about, right? When they're trying to eat healthy and nourish their bodies and nourish their kids' bodies, is they say, one, it takes too long, and two, it doesn't taste any good, right? They're the two things. And so if we can solve those two things while just flooding those cells with nutrition in your body, and your cells aren't craving for nourishment anymore. They're just dancing for joy. Like, that's literally what happens. And so it's super cool. Super cool. Yeah. So guys, we can, sorry, I just got distracted by some comments. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm glad that you can relate. I can't see your name, but if you can click the link in the description of this post, then we'll be able to see your name, because
description of the post in Facebook.
Oh, sorry, if you're in Facebook, because it's streaming both to YouTube and Facebook for those people. We've got about half the people who are on outside of the Facebook group, and hopefully over there on YouTube. And so, if you could click the post if you're on Facebook, that would be great. But you're probably wanting to know what to expect over this 10 days. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have obviously 10 days together during the boot camp. Every second day, you're going to get a video. And on that video, we're going to talk about one of the components of a supercharged smoothie formula. Because there is a formula that we follow to ensure that it is a completely balanced meal that's giving you everything that you need to thrive.
Yeah, the reason being, a lot of people, and we've had feedback that a lot of people didn't realize what you can put into a smoothie. And most smoothies typically are 1 or 2 fruits and a couple of other things. But what you'll find with the supercharged smoothies is you can fit an incredible amount, 2-3 servings of vegetables sometimes, full gamut of good fats with your seeds and nuts and other fruits, and there's just so much that can be done, and it's incredibly beneficial to your health and your nutrition.
And we're actually going to teach you why each of the different vegetables and each of the different fruits and the seeds and all these things we're going to put in these smoothies. We actually teach you why they're good for you, because so often people say, oh, kale's great for you. But do you know why kale is great for you? Like, what function does it actually play in the body? And so many of us have particular health goals that we're striving for in life. And what we find incredibly cool about foods is that we can harness their functional power for particular health goals that we have. And so that's what we're going to teach you throughout this challenge, is that you can, what is stopping you from feeling amazing? Like, there's going to be something, whether it's lack of energy, whether it's brain fog, whether it's you feel like your immune system is just quite weak. It could be a range of things. Maybe it's your gut health. And so you can learn during this 10 days which foods are going to support those health goals, and learn how to incorporate them into a quite simple formula to make a smoothie that is going to be so incredible for you.
And tastes really nice too.
Yeah. We were just talking with a expert the other day. Some of you will have just done the fiber chat with the gut expert, and we were just discussing in the Q&A the other night how we can fit cruciferous veggies into these smoothies without the kids seeing it and without the kids tasting it, and it really is incredible, because quite often we sit down for breakfast, not we, but as a society, in Australia, we for, you know, a cereal and milk or some toast or just coffee and the kids' leftover toast crust, as you might have seen on one of our ads, right? And that's kind of what a lot of us survive on. Our bodies just kind of cope with it. Whereas our bodies could be thriving with the actual nutrients going in. So here we are going on a little bit of a tangent. We are going to stop the tangent. We're learning not to go on those. But basically what to expect is day one, you'll get a video in the morning. Sorry, my voice is a bit weird tonight. You'll get a video in the morning. We're going to send it at 5 a.m. Queensland time. We're here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. So it's an hour behind many of you down south. And so 6 a.m. your time if you're in Sydney and Melbourne. If you're elsewhere, I hope you can make your own time conversions. But you can watch that video at any point during the day that suits you. What we would encourage you to do is pick a time and do the same time every day. Because life gets crazy, doesn't it? Like life can just get so busy. And, you know, if we're not in a routine or a habit to do these things, it can go by the wayside. And so if it's important to you, and I'm assuming it is because you've taken the time to sign up, you've taken the time to show up, so there's something that's telling you that this might be a great thing for you. So I'd encourage you to set aside a few minutes at the same time every day. Maybe it's before your feet touch the floor in the morning when you get out of bed. Maybe it's you press play while you're brushing your teeth. Or maybe you're actually going to bring your kids in and show them the video perhaps while you're eating breakfast or whatever it might be. But just choose your time and stick to it.
Yeah, I had a chat with a lady today about that. She's bringing her 14-year-old daughter to be her support.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and to be a taste tester in a underhanded way of getting her tasting the smoothies.
That's so good.
Good idea.
Can you tell everyone what the off day is?
So every other day, you'll have a video one day. The second day will be a challenge of some description. And these challenges are obviously designed to help you slowly but steadily implement some good habits around preparing for your smoothies and understanding how to get the most out of your smoothies. So we encourage you to jump on in with both feet and get as fully immersed and absorbed as you can to get the most out of this free challenge. It's a lot of really good information, and the more you action, the more you're going to benefit from the practical understanding of why we do certain things in smoothies and how to get a phenomenal smoothie out of your blender every morning.
Yes. Now you can choose two ways of participating in the Smoothie Bootcamp. But hello to everyone in the comments. Hello to everyone that's here. I've seen some really cool whys. You know, in the post inside the Facebook group, we said, hey, who are you blending for? Why are you here? And I just always love to read through those. There was this one lady who said she's working so hard on her farm. Like her husband owns and runs 2 farms single-handedly. She works full-time in town but still helps on the farm when she can, and she's walking so long every day, and she's low on energy and not eating as well as she knows that she can. So she's just so excited to see, you know, how can this help my chaotic lifestyle? And so I think that lots of you will be in the same boat with just feeling like life is chaotic. I know that we've felt that so many times.
Yeah, it's remarkable how really easy it is to not prioritize our health through proper nutrition. You know, it's we've got the Superman curl going on there. It's really simple to put aside the most important things for the most urgent things. And often in the morning we get distracted, or during the day we get distracted. Today is a prime example for me. I was here by myself. I got up and I was like, right,
by himself with 4 kids.
So yeah, by myself without Laney is what I meant to say. So I had a massive outside the home and inside the home task list to get through. And I had a late breakfast, didn't have lunch, and now I'm feeling really flat because I didn't nourish myself properly. Now, you can feel that in one day. If we repeat that over multiple days, multiple weeks, multiple months, then we get into a situation where our body is nutrient deficient. And staying in that situation is the precursor to chronic disease. So it's really important to get into your body the right amount to flood your body with nutrition, because you cannot overdose with nutrients, with good, wholesome, clean nutrients. That's a really good thing. So, and that's sort of evident in how I do my smoothies. I really pack in.
He does.
Pack in the boosters.
He goes next level, doesn't he, kids?
And we'll share
2 girls at the fridge.
So we'll share some of those. I've got a really cool a chopped ginger kale smoothie that I love to share with you guys. We'll do that in the final party. We've got to get a card for that, chuck in the ebook. But
yeah, we do.
It's my current favorite. I haven't been able to top it yet. I've tried a few, but that's by far the greatest and super awesome.
According to him, it is good.
Super awesome hit of ginger is what I love. And there's some strong flavors that really come together nicely and override all of the vegetables and all the other stronger flavors that you wouldn't really think you'd be able to hide in a smoothie. So
there's lots of stuff you think you can't hide in a smoothie, but you can.
Yeah, and that's what you guys are going to learn and hopefully you're going to love. And if what we forgot to highlight is that a lot of you are here probably, or at least some of you are here because you have children who may not be getting as much nutrition as you'd like them to be getting, particularly at breakfast time. So we're going to share with you these smoothies, and we hope you share them with your kids, and we really hope you get some good feedback. And at the end of the 10 days, we'll talk about a whole bunch of strategies on how, if things aren't happening the way you've intended them to, how we can work on getting your kids into these smoothies. Because a lot of kids, maybe your kids, but a lot of kids are eating a lot of foods that don't have a lot of whole foods in them. A lot of meals that may be flavor enhanced with artificial additives and whatnot, preservatives, all those things that really can wreak havoc in our bodily systems. So one of the biggest contrasts is huge amount of artificial flavor versus whole food flavor. Now, if you go from one to the other really quickly, often the feedback is, oh, this doesn't taste very nice. All it is our taste buds are hyperstimulated because of the types of foods they have been getting. So we talk about a whole bunch of strategies and tips and tricks to get your kids into these smoothies and get them flourishing through these super high doses of nutrition every morning that are really tasty and yummy.
Just like the email that I sent this morning with, did you see the email this morning with the student in the school bus, and she was sipping on the smoothie, and the mother's comment at the top was, my daughter hates smoothies. This is also my daughter. Thanks, TWC. It was so good. Now, we need to talk about what to do. So before Monday, there's really only two things you need to do. One is watch the introduction video. In the introduction video, we cover the formula for a supercharged smoothie. It's 5 minutes long, and it won't be repeated inside of the challenge. So just go ahead and watch that 5-minute video. It is pinned in the post at the top of the group. It's also in the emails that we've been sending you. So go ahead and watch that. The second thing is to decide how you're going to participate in this boot camp. There's two ways. One, you can show up for a pure education. Now, the second way is you can show up and blend along with us, and you can make the smoothies. So the differences are that if you show up just for your education, you can still participate in every challenge, but in every sort of mini challenge that we do every second day when there's no video. And it's a whole lot of fun. All you're going to need is the shopping list that's in the email. It's also pinned in the group, right, Becky? Becky, can you just confirm that the shopping list is pinned in the group? It's not very much. It's just like a packet of dried dates and some bananas, cashews. Like there's just a couple of...
some basics.
Yeah, it's just some basics. And they're the things that you're going to need if you are not blending along. That's the stuff that we're going to need to get your freezer ready, because part of this boot camp in these challenges that we do in between the videos is we're actually going to get your freezer ready for blending a supercharged smoothie, because you are going to get, well, I won't give away too much.
You don't.
But basically it's going to be awesome, because most of the thing that holds people back is, one, not really knowing what to do. We're going to fix that. And the second one is just not having the things on hand prepped. And so the preparation really takes like a minute. Like each thing takes like 1 minute to do. But if it's not there, it's not there, and you can't do it. So if we're going to all do it together, it's going to get done. Your freezer is going to be stocked and ready to go. So the second way is, if you actually want to blend along and make the smoothies with us, The easiest way to do that, to make sure that you've got everything on hand, is to grab a Smoothie Booster sample pack. And so we've made it free shipping for you. How much is it?
$30.
Like $30, and it's going to give you 5 different Smoothie Booster samples. And so you're going to put that Smoothie Booster in your base of your smoothie, which we're going to talk about. It's super easy. You can blend along without the smoothie bases, without the Smoothie Booster blend, sorry. But it just means that you've got to have, a whole bunch of different ingredients on hand. And so if you just try it with the samples, or you just show up for an education, that way you can kind of just get a feel for what a supercharged smoothie is, and you can see what ingredients we're using and why we're using them. And you can pick and choose what you're going to do moving forward. And so it really just gives you that chance to get a feel for it and understand what it's all about before you go ahead and buy a whole bunch of either ingredients or booster blends. So does that make sense?
Yeah, hopefully. There is another option.
Yeah.
You can blend along and just chuck whatever you want in.
Yeah.
There's no rules that you are going to break to not have success. Obviously, what we've done over a few years is we've refined what we put into the smoothies, and we've come up with a whole bunch of really, really nice, well-balanced, perfectly balanced, complete meals, we should say, that gives you a huge portion of your daily requirements. And you'll learn that as you go along. But if you don't have everything, you just want to throw some stuff in, you want to freestyle, you can totally do that as well. There's no right or wrong. It's just a matter of, when we have had a lot of fails when we throw too much of something, not enough of one other thing.
Oh, man.
And you just drink it. It might not be the best, but it's a smoothie. It's goodness. It's great. Get it in. So don't be afraid that you're not going to, if you don't have all the blends, that you're not going to be able to do good enough.
There's one caveat I should say to that. If you have a fail, don't give it to your kids, because that's going to set them up for not liking smoothies moving forward. So just have it yourself.
And we'll talk about how to overcome these fails in the final life, because there's a few tips on resurrecting.
Yes.
Smoothies.
Resurrecting a failed smoothie.
Fail. Yeah. So we'll get to that at the end. So hopefully we've covered off enough on what you guys need to know in terms of what's going to happen during the next 10 days, starting Monday, and what to expect out of the challenge. If anyone has any questions they want to fling up while we're talking a bit more, do chuck it in, and we can cover off on those for a few minutes. I guess one thing we really love to do at the beginning and also at the end is just to take a moment to recognize you guys have shown up for something that's incredibly important for your health. Now, we cannot overstate the importance of whole food in your life. We believe wholeheartedly that what we require for our internal systems to function and flourish exceptionally well, how they're designed to, is through our food. And when you can take food that has everything it needs and nothing it's not supposed to have in it, we're talking whole foods free of chemicals or artificial anything that's used to enhance or stimulate or anything to improve the growing process, organic whole foods, you get those into your body in a balanced manner, and you're going to have incredible health. Our body is so proficient in taking all these micronutrients and just building everything we need inside. So if we can just give ourselves the right fuel, then we're going to have incredible health. That's spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, all those healths are really important. And when we give ourselves the right food, then we just flourish. And so we want to give you guys, a high five, a props for taking some time to learn a bit more about how you can improve that. And you know that if you just go for it, just do what you can to get a little bit more whole food into your diet, you're going to start to notice some great benefits.
And the thing that I have been learning more and more about recently is how it impacts not just our physical health, but our mental health as well. The science is so clear, and it's something that I've actually been deep diving on recently for our own family, and also with the gut expert that I just told you about, Kirsty Worth. So it's just been so enlightening to realize that you can take things into your own hands. Like if you're suffering physically, if you're suffering mentally, then we can do something about that, you know? Like, we don't need to just suffer for decades on end and wonder why we're feeling so bad, whether it's simply lack of energy or whether it's serious mental health or physical health. Like, we really can very simple, basic approaches to life. So it's something that we just love to talk about, as you can see.
Yeah, and that started me on a tangent, you know, when you're talking, you know, there's this tangent to go down, and it's basically around how we've been conditioned a certain way in a lot of areas of society. And one of those is what food is good for us and what food is okay, what food is bad. And, you know, we really, I think, collectively have lost sight of the importance of just eating real food.
Just, as they say, just eat real food.
And so, you know, we're huge fans of just helping recenter people and refocus and look at food how it's intended to be. And that is, it's there to fuel all of our internal mechanisms. And if we put in what our body really craves, not what we've trained our tongue to crave, then you have good health. Like, it's really hard. Like, it is really hard to eat a whole food diet and have bad health. Like, it's incredibly difficult. So, you know, we really highly encourage you guys to just take small steps and do what you can. Learn a little bit more. At the end of this challenge, go out and start reading more. Start, you know, seeking out information about certain foods. If anything piques your interest, anything that, you know, helps you to just get motivated to learn more about it, we highly encourage that. And it'll start a journey of wonderful discovery. And hopefully we can begin that with the Supercharged Smoothie Challenge, and we can help, you know, light that fuse. And so then you can start really putting more in that's good and less in that's not serving. And eventually, through, you know, a lot of time and effort, that we can hopefully help you to minimize that learning curve and also that the effort requirement, that you can start to feel incredibly awesome. You know, better than you are now. You know, we all have steps to make an improvement. And so we just, you know, we're really passionate. We really love that people are putting time aside, and we just want to encourage you to really get stuck into as much as you can. Reach out for questions, ask other people, ask us, and hopefully we can help you guys get a super awesome amount of greatness from this challenge.
Yeah, just like think of us as being on your team for the next 10 days, and hopefully beyond you can join our other free main Facebook group. But let's just focus for the next 10 days together. Let's all, you know, be the team that can lift all of us up together and actually just help us all feel better. There's so much dragging down and contention and division, particularly in society right now. Let's cast that aside, pull together, and just really lift each other up. But there was something that Jordan said before about, you know, getting out there and learning more about food. And it reminded me that there's a question from Joanna. She heard us say a couple of days ago in a different live that we did. I was reading a study the other day that said that 18 grams of mixed seeds a day, if we eat that for a 3-month period, studies have shown that it can reduce our inflammation markers by 51 to 73%, which is like phenomenal, right? It's amazing. Anyway, Joanna's question was, do we know what kinds of seeds they were in that mixed in the mixed seeds that the study referenced? Joanna, in answer to your question, I believe that it was sunflower seeds, pepitas, and linseeds. I know the hemp seeds weren't in there, but hemp seeds are incredible. But I can check for you, but I'm fairly confident that's what it was. And there was a lady who...
Probably chia as well. Maybe, no.
I don't think it was, hey, but I'll check. I'll check and mention it next time we're popping in live. But yeah, there was another lady who said that since she's done the smoothie challenge, she said, oh, that 18 grams of seeds per day, like maybe that's why I'm feeling so good since the smoothie
the swelling has come down in her fingers.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Okay. Yeah, like so she had swelling in her fingers because of arthritis, and since she's been doing the smoothies and in the formula that you're going to learn, every serve of smoothie has in excess of 18 grams of seeds in there. So like she's having these smoothies every day, and unbeknownst to her, she's reducing her inflammation incredibly. And so then her swelling in her fingers goes. Like, how cool is that? Yeah. Like, that's how we use the power of functional food. And, you know, that was just a happy accident for her. And, you know, I'm sure there's just so much else going on. So watch the introduction video. 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Choose how you want to participate. And in answer to your question, sorry, I don't know where your comment's gone, but someone said, if you turn up this round of the boot camp just for the education and don't blend along, we can run another boot camp and do the blending along. We're not sure when we're going to do the next boot camp. We did calendar in a time, but because Facebook's been so crazy, we're not quite too sure. However, you're going to get a really great ebook for free at the end of this boot camp. Inside that ebook basically has like a lot of information in there. It has all the recipes. You can use that and run with blending your own smoothies at that point if you like. If you want the momentum of the group and you want our feedback, you want to ask questions as you're blending along, then, you know, maybe now is a good time to do that for you. Only you can make that decision. I'm fairly confident we'll do another boot camp perhaps before March next year, but we're not just quite sure when. Sorry to not be too vague.
But if anyone still wants to blend along, if you want to order those samples, we're going to go through Monday morning and send everything that's outstanding that people who have joined recently that want those samples.
Oh, yeah, because some people just joined.
And they'll take you a couple of days to a few days to get to you for most of the country. So you'll be a few days behind, but if you want to,
not a big deal.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. You'll just make a few, you know, on the off days you can make a smoothie. So, and then you'll catch up and make one on the weekend. So look, it's still possible if you want to blend along. Go
Actually,
ahead
heaps of people end up ordering that. Like they don't order at the start, and then halfway through they're like, actually, I do want to blend along. And so they order the sample pack like halfway through, and it gets there toward the end, and it's no big deal. But you show up for the education, do the challenges in between, and then when you get set to start, you'll be like, yes, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. All right. So can you do smoothies and still be in keto? Excellent question.
Yes. Okay. Now, we've had so many people ask for a keto smoothie. We've also had lots of people asking for a vegan smoothie because we've got a gut-loving one that has gelatin and bone broth in there. We are so excited to finally say yes. For various reasons that I won't go into. A couple of people in our family just went on a temporary keto lifestyle to address some parasite issues. And so, yes, we had to study the art of a keto smoothie. So, yes, we can dive into that. I've got a pre-recorded video on the keto organ smoothie. And so I might just pop in live on the weekends and do a little bit of it. There's some really cool hacks that we can do for you to see. It's just so exciting. I'm pretty pumped about that one.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Look at this. You've already done it. Thank you. That's a lovely comment.
It is.
And it is cool to meet like-minded people, even if it is online. We can connect and support each other. Like we need more than ever.
We should do a live English smoothie challenge sometime.
Fly everyone to the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, or we can go down there, wherever people are.
Guys, it's meant to be like a big 1 hour live. It's meant to be touch base, let you know what to do and what to expect. Check the shopping list. Not a whole lot there. We've tried to keep it minimal for you. Just how you're going to participate. Watch the introduction video. And on Monday at 5 a.m. Queensland time, 6 a.m. down south, you get your first video, which has first email that has your first video. The videos are about 20 minutes in length. So they're manageable, but just need to set aside a few minutes of your time each day.
We have a question about diabetic friendly.
Diabetic friendly. Okay, so my mother has diabetes and she, my parents and we share out. And as we were developing these smoothies, she was my guinea pig. And so I learned a little bit about what her needs were. I myself and Jordan, we're not health professionals. However, we did develop these smoothies in conjunction with a nutritionist and also with a naturopath. And so I'm going to email you a detailed answer about whether they're diabetic friendly, because there are some tweaks you can make to the base of the smoothie to make them even more diabetic friendly. But the short answer is yes. But just check with your health professional, because we're not health professionals, and I just don't want to, because I don't know your individual situation. But yeah, we can give you some information on that, some general information for sure.
I love that comment about switching from coffee to smoothie in the morning.
Yes.
That is an exceptional choice and decision. Coffee is an incredible stimulant, and it awakens us and gets us firing. And a lot of us, not us, but a lot of people have become dependent on coffee and stimulants, other stimulants like coffee in the mornings to become awake and to get firing. And when we don't have them because of that chemical dependence in the brain, if we don't have it, it wreaks havoc with the morning and with the day. And so replacing the coffee with a morning smoothie is a fantastic thing to do. One, you're flooding your system with nutrition, so you're really gonna have a positive impact on any dependency type issues that you're having if you're not having a coffee. If I've said that clearly enough, maybe I haven't. But basically, you know, the physiological responses from not having something that you've conditioned yourself to have constantly, there are things like headaches and other symptoms that you can experience.
Withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go that far and cause an addiction. But, you know, we're all addicted to something. But so if you can flood yourself with nutrition, you'll go a long way to overcoming a lot of those symptoms that you'll experience removing yourself from an addictive substance.
And like, I think, you know, so often we reach for things that are a fake energy. Did I say that correct? Like, yeah, it's like a fake energy. So we're getting a rush of energy and
stimulation,
perkiness, stimulation. But we can get a more sustained approach and a more nourishing approach from the things that our body craves. I'm pretty sure our body's not going to crave caffeine, and it's not going to crave the sugar that goes into the coffee or perhaps the poor quality milk we're putting in there as well. But if you feel like your body needs something like a natural stimulant to kind of kick you along in the morning as you're transitioning, then I would suggest a chocolate smoothie, because it's got that raw cacao in there that will give you a bit of a natural stimulant, but it's also going to give you a whole bunch of those fantastic fibers for the gut that are going to feed the microbes, that are going to help your gut health, your mental health. Everything's going to flourish because of that natural stimulant. So,
and a sneak peek, that's our first smoothie. It's our
yes, it is day one.
So look forward to Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I feel like we should tie it up, because we could chat all night.
Labour for a while and tangent.
We want to keep it short and sharp.
Yeah.
During this challenge, like I said, the videos are 20 minutes long, but on the final day of the challenge, on the Friday of the second week, we're going to come back in here live and we'll do a Q&A, because during the challenge, Becky, Carly, and Laurie will all be in the comments, and they're all.
We'll be as well.
Oh, of course, we will be as well. But there are some things that just are better answered in person, that need a longer answer, or whatever it might be. So if you have a question that you'd like us to cover at the Q&A at the end, just do #live-question. Otherwise, Becky may just put it on a sheet for us to answer on the day as well.
Very good, very good. So we're looking forward to coming back with you in the live on Friday week, and having a whole bunch of giveaways of some really cool blends. Talk a bit more about some hacks and tips and strategies onto really mastering this smoothie life. No, you go.
No, you
No, I think you really.
I just breathed.
No,
I just took a breath.
No. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
Well, you said
we've been married long enough. I can tell.
We just had our anniversary, actually.
That's lovely.
I paused because I was hoping you were going to say how many years, because I'm scared I'm going to get it wrong. 16.
Go for it.
16
nope.
years. 16 years.
Nope.
15.
Nope. 17. Wrong way.
Okay.
Your hunch was correct. Anyway,
right,
go ahead. You had something to do.
Anyway, Jordan mentioned giving away prizes next week, but we were going to give away a couple tonight, right now.
Oh, okay.
So let's do that and then say goodbye.
A couple of prizes. Okay, we've got a couple of smoothie insulated tumblers we want to give you guys. Now, these are fantastic because they hold about, is it 500 mil? Yeah, 500 mil of liquid, and you whiz up your smoothie. Most people have their smoothies really cold. We love them cold. Chuck them in your tumbler, and they sit there for hours and remain cold.
Oh, like when we say
So
hours,
good.
you can whiz it up in the morning, and then I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to go. Okay, so sometimes we whiz up a smoothie for the kids in the morning at breakfast time, and then they have it for second break at lunch at school, and it's still icy cold. Sometimes they've even just put water and ice in that tumbler, and it's still ice when they come home. So it's very effective at keeping your smoothie nice and cold.
Super good. What I've realised though is most everyone is a Facebook user, so we are not going to know who to give these prizes to.
But Becky's on Facebook, so she can see names.
Okay, Becky can see names. All right, awesome. So what we're just going to do is we often do this with random, tell us something you love about the challenge, which obviously is something we do at the end, and give us a number between 1 and 50, and then we go and we...
Go on.
You wanted to say
something? No,
I can tell. All right. So should we do the number? Okay, great. So what we want, instead of doing the whole thing, we're just going to ask for a number. We've got 2 numbers. We should write them down before I'll write them on my phone. 2 numbers between 1 and 50. And what we're going to do is...
You guys just choose one.
Yeah,
Jordan's choosing.
Wait a second. You choose one. I'm going to choose the 2 numbers.
I'm going to cover the comments so Jordan can't cheat.
And I'm going to put down between 1 and 50. I'm going to put down 2 numbers. Right, I've got them here. I'm not going to show them to you, but I will show you in a minute. Chuck in a number between 1 and 50, and the first 2 numbers that come up that are correct,
or closest,
we will. No, we'll keep going until we get winners.
Holy cow!
Yeah, we'll earn a...
I bet the same person's just typing
tumbler. We don't know.
We can't see names.
No, okay. Whoa. No, not yet.
That one was close.
That was close. Keep going. No, I'm noticing we haven't got it to come in.
Have you seen them? Oh, okay.
Someone put 2 numbers. Try again with just 1 number. Whoever put 2 numbers. And keep going. We haven't got a winner yet. Whoa. We're going fast. No, we're still missing out. Come on, guys. Oh. This is fun.
Actually, this is
exciting.
It's like the lottery. It's like
it's
actually, we've never done it this way before.
No,
it's a bit more entertaining for us.
It is. Oh yeah, there's one Facebook user.
Oh, yes.
23. 23. Facebook user 20.
Becky,
number 23.
Can you tell us who 23 is, please?
Yeah, put show on the screen. And we've still got 1 more to go, though.
Can't believe no one's chosen this one.
Oh, so we've got 1. Number 23. Oh, what was the question?
We're just giving out a prize. So just
between 1 and 50.
Number between 1 and 50.
Quick,
and if it
go.
matches us, then you win a tumbler. Go.
We've got 2 to give away. We've given 1 away. Number 23 was a winner, and we've got a second one that's still yet to come up.
I can't believe no one's done it.
This is fun. All right, no, 2, no, still going.
It's funny, like we try a different way of giving out prizes almost every time we do a live, trying to find the perfect way because it's always a bit laborious and doesn't quite work.
But this is fun.
This is fun.
No, we're still going. Guys, come on. No.
Can we give them a clue?
No, we can't. No. We got to just keep going.
I can't believe it.
People are going to want to... Has anyone written this one yet? We've got a couple that have been 1 digit away, but we still haven't got our second number that we've written down yet.
Between 1 and 50.
1 and 50. 1 and 50. Oh, there it is. Number 9. Okay. So there are the 2 numbers, just so you know.
Okay. So
number 23 and number 9. So someone just got number 9 a little while ago. We just put them up on the screen.
So like I said, we can't see your names because we're using that software. And you guys haven't clicked the link, so we can't see your names. So Becky, if you can tell us who those names are, then the people who chose, the 2 people who chose 23 and 9, if you can just email us at hello@thewholefoodcollective.com.au with your name, postal address, and phone number so we can give it to the courier, then we will send you a tumbler.
Yeah.
A smoothie
insulated tumbler, 500 ml. Awesome.
Yeah, 600.
So is it? Okay, 600.
Something like that. If you have a preference of color, just jump on our website, take your pick, and
let us know. Awesome, guys. Well, it was, oh yeah, Deanie was one of the winners.
Woo! She's never won
Lee
anything
Deanie.
before. Yay.
Good on you, Lee. Yeah, that was really fun. I really
It was fun
enjoyed
for us.
that bit
It
at
was
the
fun
end
for
there.
you guys.
But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this pre-party. We hope you know what you're in for, and we hope you're really stoked and excited to get really absorbed and involved into smoothies and how to make them over the next couple of weeks. Please shoot us any questions, reach out. Awesome fun. Julie, Collie Humphrey, and okay.
We've got a
couple of
conflicting names here.
Maybe someone else put 9 as well.
Anyway, we'll have to check it out.
Oh, there we go. Looks like a couple of number 9s.
Okay, we'll
just have to get Carly or Jewel, whoever's watching with us, Becky, to go back and see who got them first.
Thank you.
Yeah,
sorry
please.
to give you that job.
But yeah, and then Becky, if you can reach out to that person and get them to email us with all the details, that'd be great. Awesome.
So guys, just to recap, we start Monday morning. You'll get an email. If you don't get an email, let us know in the Facebook group, or if you're not in the Facebook group, like I know there's a couple hundred who are going to be watching over on YouTube. Just email us, hello@thewholefoodcollective.com.au, and we'll make sure that your emails are getting to you somehow. Watch the introduction video over the weekend. It's pinned inside the Facebook group. It's also been emailed to you. It takes 5 minutes to watch. The information in there won't be repeated, and it's the formula for a supercharged smoothie. And then lastly, just choose how you're going to participate. Are you going to turn up for the education and the mini challenges to get your freezer stocked and ready to blend, or are you going to blend along with us? Depending on which one you choose, you've got a relevant shopping list. It's pretty basic. We've kept it pretty small. It is also pinned inside the Facebook group, and it's on your emails. But if you don't have access, you can't find anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Again, it's hello@thewholefood. Just reply to any of our emails. Jump in the Facebook group, post in there. Oh, and there's guides in the Facebook group. So as we go along in this boot camp, the Facebook group feed gets quite messy because, we love people posting in there.
Successes, pictures. Yeah, that's really fun.
Post a picture of how it's going for you, like your challenge or your smoothie or your kids drinking this, whatever it is. A fail, we don't mind. We love to hear from you. So post in there, but it does make the feed quite messy. And so what we do is we file anything relevant from us, we file it in guides. So you can click guides at the top of your screen in the Facebook group, and you'll see everything filed there. So that's where you'll find everything.
Yes. Well, we hope you guys have a wonderful night and an exceptional rest of your weekend. We are going to have a good night. We hope to see each and every day in the Facebook group, or if not, reply to emails, however you're going to respond. But just be engaged. The more you absorb yourself into this, the more you'll come out with at the end. So we are really grateful for you guys being here. We know that whole food can have an incredible impact on your life, and we hope that you absorb everything, you jump in with 2 hands and 2 feet, and you get cranking.
You did amazing.
I did 2 hands, 2 feet, whatever. All right, well, have a good weekend, guys. Take care. We'll see you on Monday morning.
Bye-bye.
Adios.